in the tapestry of biblical narratives. Some figures stand out in brilliant color, their stories told and retold through the ages. But woven into the same fabric are quieter threads, figures whose presence is felt more than it is heard. Today, we turn our attention to one such person, Mary, the mother of James, the younger, and Hoseas. She is a woman often seen in the background, a steadfast shadow in the momentous events of Jesus' final days. Her story isn't one of grand pronouncements or miraculous deeds, but of quiet strength, unwavering loyalty, and profound love. She is one of the other Marys, a testament to the fact that you don't need to be in the spotlight to be a powerful force for faith and devotion. Let's uncover the story of the woman who followed Jesus to the very end and beyond. Who was this Mary? The Gospels introduce her in the most dramatic and heart-wrenching of settings, at the foot of the cross. In the Gospel of Mark, as Jesus hangs between heaven and earth, we read, "There were also women looking on from a distance, among whom were Mary Magdalene, and Mary, the mother of James the younger, and of Hoseas and Salome." Matthew's account echoes this, placing her right there at Golgotha, a witness to the darkest hour in human history. Think about the courage that required. The disciples, the men who had walked with Jesus for years, had scattered in fear. Peter, the rock, had denied him. But this Mary, along with a small, brave band of women, remained. They did not flee. They stayed, their hearts breaking to bear witness. Their presence was an act of profound defiance against the fear and chaos of the moment. It was an act of pure, unadulterated love. They couldn't stop the crucifixion, but they could refuse to let Jesus die alone. Her identity is often pieced together by her relationships. She is the mother of James and Hoseas. These sons are believed to be among Jesus' disciples, which gives us a clue into her life. She wasn't just a random follower. She was a mother whose sons had also committed their lives to this teacher from Nazareth. Imagine the family discussions, the shared faith, the collective journey they must have embarked on. Some scholars also connect her to Clopas, mentioned in the Gospel of John, suggesting she might also be Mary, the wife of Clopas. This potential link paints a picture of a woman deeply embedded in the early community of believers, connected by family and faith to the very core of Jesus' ministry. But regardless of these connections, her primary identity in these crucial moments is one of presence. She is simply Mary, and she is there. Her vigil did not end when Jesus drew his last breath. As Joseph of Arimathea bravely went to Pilate to ask for Jesus' body, the women were still watching. The Gospel of Mark tells us specifically that Mary Magdalene and Mary, the mother of Hoseas, saw where he was laid. They followed the mournful procession to the tomb. While others were consumed by grief and despair, these women were already thinking about the next step, the next act of love. They watched carefully, noting the location of the tomb, because their service to their Lord was not yet finished. Their devotion extended beyond his life and into his death. They were preparing to perform the final rites of love and respect, to anoint his body with spices and perfumes according to Jewish custom. This was a task of deep personal care, a final, tender act for someone they cherished. And so, as the Sabbath passed in a haze of sorrow, their resolve only at the first light of dawn on the first day of the week, they made their way back to the tomb. Mark's Gospel says, when the Sabbath was past, Mary Magdalene, Mary the mother of James, and Salome bought spices, so that they might go and anoint him. They went expecting to find a body. They went to perform a final, somber duty. They were carrying the weight of their grief, but also the weight of the spices, a physical manifestation of their enduring love. They worried about practical things, like who would roll away the massive stone from the entrance of the tomb. Their mission was grounded in reality, in the physical tasks of mourning. They had no idea that they were walking not toward an ending, but toward the most astonishing beginning the world has ever known. When they arrived, the stone was already rolled away, and inside they did not find what they were looking for. Instead of a body, they found a young man in a white robe, an angel, who spoke words that would change everything. Do not be alarmed. You seek Jesus of Nazareth, who was crucified. He has risen. He is not here. See the place where they laid him in that moment. This quiet, steadfast Mary, who had witnessed the agony of the cross and the finality of the tomb, became one of the very first witnesses to the resurrection. She, who had followed him to the bitter end, was now present at the glorious new beginning. The Gospels tell us the women fled, filled with a mixture of terror and joy, and were instructed to go and tell the disciples, from silent observers to the first evangelists, from mourners to messengers, of the greatest news in history. The story of Mary, the mother of James, is a powerful reminder that faithfulness doesn't always shout. Sometimes it's a quiet, constant presence. It's the strength to stay when everyone else has fled. It's the love that tends to the practical details, that follows through even in the face of overwhelming sorrow. Her journey from the cross to the empty tomb is a microcosm of the Christian faith itself, a journey through suffering and doubt into unimaginable hope and new life. She didn't have a prominent speaking role, and no miracles are attributed to her name. Yet, her legacy is profound. She represents the countless believers throughout history whose names we may not know, but whose steady faith has been the bedrock of the church. She is the quiet disciple, the faithful mother, the loyal friend. Her silence in the texts speaks volumes. It speaks of a devotion so deep it needed no words, a loyalty so strong it could withstand the darkest of trials. She shows us that the most important thing is simply to be there, to follow, and to love, right to the very end, beyond. Thank you for joining us on this journey to uncover the story of this remarkable woman. If her story of quiet strength and unwavering faith has inspired you, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more stories from the figures who shaped history from the shadows. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you won't miss our next exploration. We'll see you next time.